To help you take care of your horses, we present Vet Tips, featuring the veterinarians of Alamo Pintado Equine Medical Center in Los Olivos, California. This week's vet tip was from Equestrian Nation's preceding series, Horse World, and features Alamo Pintado's founder, Dr. Doug Herthel.
Certain horses will chew on the edge of the tire. They'll also pull at it, and they'll pull off these little nylon tassels that are actually embedded in the rubber. And the difficulty comes when those nylon strings end up in the horse's intestinal tract. There's been cases where many horses on one farm have eaten out of these feeders and have eaten the strings and have had to have colic surgery. There's a lot of inherent risk in feeding a horse off the ground. The horse is generally used to eating off the ground because they're a grazing animal. And in the case of a barn or a paddock, if the surface is sand, gravel, or decomposed granite, that can be a dangerous surface to feed off of. And the reason for that is the coarser stones, if they are ingested along with the feed, and some horses will do that more readily than others, those heavy pellets of sand or gravel can end up in the horse's large intestine. And if they eat enough of it, they can actually cause an obstruction. Oleander, which is an ornamental type plant that is very common in many parts of the southern U.S. and western U.S., is probably one of the most toxic plants there are. And normally a horse would never eat the oleander because it's noxious. Does not taste good. And the times that we see problems are when leaves have actually blown into a corral, or we've even had instances where leaves blew into an alfalfa field and were baled, and the horse ate the leaf inadvertently, and the leaf, it takes, unfortunately, only a couple leaves to be fatal. And the chemical in oleander is similar to digitalis, which is a heart medicine for people. And essentially what happens is the horse is getting an overdose of digitalis, and it's damaging to the heart. But it must not taste very good, because you really never hear of a horse just going out and eating it. In other words, we have seen instances where bushes were hanging over the fences and there's never been a problem. It's really when it's an inadvertent type of feeding, when it's mixed with the hay or mixed with the food somehow.